Everyone's talking about ChatGPT, but no one's talking about this. This is Google AI Studio, and it is the most powerful place to use generative AI. I'm going to show you 30 mind-blowing, free, and useful things that it can do for you. Everything from analyzing YouTube videos, reverse engineering video prompts, all the way through to getting live software support. Google AI Studio leverages everything from screen capture to audio to video to generating every type of content. And that gives us a whole host of possibilities when we intersperse these different features together. Now, by the end of this video, you'll understand how to build, create, and make money from Google AI Studio. If you're new here, I'm AI Samson, and on this channel, we explore the possibilities of creativity together. So I'm going to show you one of my favorites, which is the Video Analyzer. And what this can do is allow you to completely interact with videos as if you are talking to them. So for example, you might be browsing social media and come across an interesting viral video. You can simply take a direct screen recording of that and then upload it to the app. So I'm going to be using this video.
Yo, humans, I'm Sassy the Sasquatch, and I got a whole forest to
And you simply drag it in and it goes ahead, uploads it, and processes the video. Now, once that's uploaded, you have a whole host of options to interact with this video. You can extract the key moments, and you get an overview of the video by second. You can even ask for a haiku of the video. But what I think is one of the most interesting and useful ways to apply this is using the custom prompt section. And I like to use the prompt, write an AI video prompt to recreate this video. And then we get an entire prompt. Now, as you can see, it's a little bit difficult to actually copy and paste these. And this is why it's so interesting to be using Google AI Studio, because on the left-hand side, you get a chat window where you can add changes directly into this app. So for example, I might make the output text have a button copy to clipboard, so we can easily copy this and enter it into another AI video generator, and also the option to remove all options apart from one that is a custom option with the prompt, write an AI video prompt to recreate this video. Now you can send that into the chat and it will go away and completely update the app. And this is the real source in AI Studio, is that we can generate complex apps on the fly using a whole host of different input methods. For the last few years, we've been exploring how to generate AI content in single media. But now I think one of the most exciting frontiers is multimodal AI generation, and that's combining different media types to create very creative outputs. Here we have the app entirely updated, and we can go ahead and drag a video back in. Now we're both exploring this together in real time, so fingers crossed that this is going to work on the first try. Now we can go ahead and generate the prompt. You can see there's a slight bug here already. We've got a chevron appearing, but you can see that we have the entire new functionality completely designed, and we've even got our copy to clipboard here. So we can go ahead.
And it was the words here.
So we can go ahead and pop into Sora and make sure that we create this video. And this is how that came out.
Yo, what's up, my veggie-loving humans? You're looking at the one and only Sassy Squatch. For on-point vibes on maximum. Got the greens, got the tech, got the attitude. Watch this.
And as you can see, it's done a very good job at recreating this video. And this is a very useful workflow for getting specific types of content. Next up is an incredibly powerful way to leverage AI Studio, and that's to give it screen sharing capabilities. And all you have to do is come to the chat and then make sure you go to share screen. You can then choose exactly what you share with AI Studio, and then you can check that it can see. So I'm asking it to...
Yeah, I can see it.
So I'm asking it if it can see my screen, and you get a voice output as well as a text output.
Yes, I can see your screen. It looks like you're on the Google AI Studio website.
So what's particularly useful about this is we can get live information about things that we are doing. For example, we can ask it to recommend what types of audio effects to apply onto my video. So I might say, what do you think about the audio settings? Can you hear me? What do you think about these audio settings?
Based on the image, I can see the audio track mixer for Sequence 02 and that the volume setting for... The Essential Sound panel is open on the right. showing options for dialogue, music, SFX, and ambience. But no clips are selected. The audio track mixer is visible on the left, showing multiple tracks with volume controls, balance settings, and some current processing effects.
So you can see here we get live information about everything that we're doing on the computer. So we might ask if there's anything to add to the effects. Now another way you can use this is by getting feedback on any piece of design that you've been creating. So I might ask it to tell me about the thumbnails that I've been creating on my YouTube channel. So I can come to my page and I might say, how can I improve my thumbnails? Here we can see we get a whole host of ideas about how to improve the visuals of my thumbnails. It suggests trying to convey the central hook with shorter, more apt words. But there are other interesting ways that we can get useful insights from AI Studio on different parts of our lives. One of these is we can paste in direct video links and ask for some ideas about this piece of media. For example, I might paste in one of my YouTube videos and say, tell me ways to improve my presentation and camera presence. Now, what's interesting about this is you get an idea of how many tokens you're using with different inputs. So you can see here, this is using a phenomenal amount of tokens. Now, with a video of this length, it takes a very long time to process it, and I'll show you a little bit of a hack to overcome this. Once you paste in a video, you can go into the bottom corner and go on to the settings. From here, you can enter in exactly the time range that you want to focus on. So I will just do a short period here to give you an idea of how this works. You also have the opportunity to choose the amount of frames per second. And as you can see, this massively reduces the tokens that we use. And then you get out a set of instructions that can help you improve your own presentation manner. But what I really recommend doing is exploring all of the different apps that other people have created as a starting point. Now, this is a particularly interesting one for getting feedback on your look. What you can do is upload a photo of yourself, or anyone for that matter, and you get yourself as a model. Now you can go ahead and proceed to styling. And from here, you can either select outfits from the wardrobe or upload your own. So I might try a new Halloween costume. I'll be going with a Harry Potter theme. Upload this, and you'll be able to see yourself transformed into a completely new outfit. And there I am, sporting a fine Harry Potter outfit. Now what's great, of course, is that we can add entirely new features to this app by using the conversational UI on the left. You have the option to add, share an outfit, upload some standard wardrobe items, and much more. And then if you want to share this app, you can simply go to share your own custom app. Now, another fun image-related app is this Fast Forward app. And what happens is you upload a photo of yourself and it generates how you would look in different aesthetics through the decades. So I go ahead and upload my photo, and in just a few seconds, you get to see how you would look through the last century. Now, again, what's great about this is we can use it as a starting point for then elaborating into a different direction. So you might take this and turn it into an app that actually generates you different modern day looks. So I might use the following prompt. Now I want to change this. So instead of it being aesthetics for different decades, I want to have it as aesthetics for different use cases in modern life. We want to have a profile photo that would be suitable for Facebook, one that would be suitable for Tinder, one that would be suitable for LinkedIn, and one that would be suitable for a very niche cosplay site. I will use niche and niche interchangeably here, as over in the UK we use the different pronunciation. Now as that's loading, we'll also have a look at how I look in the different eras. I think 80s might have been quite a good era for me. Let me know what you think in the comments. The 50s, no, I'm not feeling it. So I can go ahead and send this prompt in, and we get a completely different app generated. Now, what's great about this is the potential is only limited by your imagination, and you can create a whole host of different apps related to this concept of inputting one image and getting out a series of very specific outcomes. Now, the way to think about Google AI Studio is understanding a very specific use case for generative AI, and then layering on a harnessed user interface for that. So optimized user interface that makes it a lot easier to perform a specific function. Right now, we handle so much of generative AI inside of a chat window, but that's not the best user experience for a whole host of different use cases. Now, whilst that's waiting to load, I would love to introduce you to another fabulous tool that I recommend if you want to explore a whole host of different AI models all in one place. And that is today's sponsor. Did you know there's a way to access ChatGPT, Claude, and 38 other AI models, all for the price of one subscription? I've been testing Magai, and instead of juggling 5 different tools, I get access to GPT-5, Claude 4, Gemini, and 40 plus top tier AI models, all in one clear, unified dashboard. Now, what really sets it apart is the workspace setup. You can create custom personas, organize everything by project or client, and even add team members with usage controls. It's built for actual workflows, not just casual chats. I use it to generate thumbnails, write scripts, even paste in YouTube links to instantly pull full transcripts. You can upload and edit images right in the platform, and the Prompt Enhance tool fine-tunes your prompts automatically for better results. All of that for just $20 a month. Now we have my brand new app. I'm going to try it out, put in a profile photo of myself, go ahead and generate, and now we're going to get 4 different outputs. Now what's great about this is it should maintain my exact likeness for each different situation, and then I'll have a whole library of different images to use across my social media presence. There's my LinkedIn photo coming up first. I'm looking rather professional. It does look a little bit like I'm a hotel manager, welcoming you to your stay here at the Hilton. It's a pleasure to have you with us, and I hope you will be joining us for champagne on the veranda at 7:30 p.m. Now here's me on Tinder. I look a little bit camp here, but I might be inviting you for a fine Chardonnay down in the cocktail bar. Now, if you'd like to explore any of the apps that I generate from this video yourself, I'm going to leave a link to all of those in the description below. That's my little gift from me to you. Here's me on Facebook, having a joyous time in France, it looks, and having a lovely croissant. And here's the cosplay outfit in a very futuristic style. So that was a lot of fun. But there is a lot more that we can do, so let's take this a step further. Now, one of my favorite things to do is to come to the Vibecode Gen A enabled apps in Build. And here we have the option to use the I'm feeling lucky button. And this gives us a starting point for an idea. So you can run this as many times as you want to get some different prompt ideas. Here the option is create an app where I can upload photos of my room and get AI-powered organization and decluttering suggestions. Now that is pretty interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and build that. And as that's building, I'm also going to try a couple of other ideas. This one is an interactive makeover app. It's a little bit similar to what we just had. And this one is for generating iPhone wallpapers. Users describe their current desired vibe, and the app generates 4 variations in a 9:16 aspect ratio, allowing users to tap an image to see it full screen with download and remix. Now that's great. I think it's a perfectly suitable use case for this type of technology, and something that I would likely use. I mean, I'm often creating my own specific wallpapers with mantras and ideas and mindsets that I'm trying to maintain in my life right now. So I'm definitely going to build that one as well. So what's great about this is that you can go ahead and have multiple apps generating at the same time, because it does take a few minutes to create. Now here is a fantastically interesting prompt idea, and this is build a gardening assistant app that identifies plants from a photo and provides detailed care instructions. So I will build that one out as well. So let's go ahead and challenge the room declutterer. I'm going to take a particularly cluttered room. This is not my room, by the way. This is one that I found on the interwebs, and we're going to see what it suggests. So we can upload this, and we can go ahead and ask for decluttering advice. And here we have, it looks like you're dealing with a common challenge, managing a lot of belongings in a single space. And it's suggesting we try a zone-by-zone approach and make use of different smart storage and organization solutions. Now this is pretty interesting, but what I love about this is taking things further. So what I might ask is add a specific link to storage items to buy in the response. And what we could do here is even set it up so that we're using affiliate links. So if we were to share this app and get a lot of traffic and people are using these and they then use the links and buy something, for example, off of Amazon, we would get a commission every time they do that. Now that's a great way to offer an app entirely for free, but still have a revenue option. But let's take a look at my next vibe-coded app, and this is Vibe Wall, which is the AI-powered wallpapers based on your vibe. Now, I'm going to use the following prompt: rainy cyberpunk lo-fi with quote "the time is now," and generate wallpapers. And here we have a whole host of useful iPhone wallpapers. Now, what we could have here is, to improve this app, we might have a "I'm feeling lucky" button where it generates random prompts that people can cycle through to get inspiration for their different wallpapers. Other ways that we could improve this is we could have a community gallery where people could browse through and find specifically interesting wallpapers that they might want to use or create as a starting point so that they can build and elaborate on other users' ideas. Now let's have a go at the gardening assistant, and we're going to upload a photo of a Swiss cheese plant, which is possibly my favorite plant of all the plants. It is this. And as you can see, we've got all the information that we need about repotting this plant. Now what's interesting is that we could do this for other things. You might do it with pets even, or it could be done with looking after different objects around the house. Perhaps you take a photo of a washing machine and you're asking for the specific instructions to use on that washing machine. I often have the challenge of being in a foreign country and trying to make use of a German washing machine, for example, and having absolutely no idea what the terms are or which setting I should be putting it on. So you can create an app that's for these specific situations. Now let's see how our Vibe Wall app is going on, and we've got an "I'm feeling lucky" button, which will generate our random wallpapers. Here we have a lovely array of different wallpapers. But I'm looking to build another app from scratch, and one thing that I would like to do is to create a dream analysis app where we can take a recent dream that we had and get interpretations for it. But I want to take this a step further and actually also generate AI-inspired clips from that dream. So what I'll ask for is user inputs memories of a dream, and you then output not only a synthesized analysis of this dream, but also a visualization of that. We then allow users to collect these in a dream journal, and what you will also do is output a running analysis of how dreams are changing over time. Now, another interesting feature of using Google AI Studio is the ability to customize it, especially the responses that we get. So this gives us much more control over the model that we're using. So for example, you can adjust the temperature, which is the creativity allowed in the responses when you're using the chat app. You can also edit the safety settings, so you can choose whether you have high safety filtration on the responses or not. And another fantastic feature of this is that there is a huge context window available when using Gemini. This gives us the possibility to upload massive works of literature, for example, and extract out our own insights as we desire. Now I've got my Dreamweaver app up, and you can describe a recent dream. I was carrying a painting of myself through a tunnel. Now I go ahead and weave my dream. Now you'll see that when using this type of media, you will have to select an API key, and you have to create an API key to get it to work. And all you have to do is follow the instructions, go through and create your key, create a project, I'll call this Dream, and create your key. And then you can go ahead and set that up and get your dreams in. But another very interesting way to make use of this is leveraging Google Maps, because you can then create an entire app leveraging the information inside of Google Maps. And one example of this is Paint a Place, where you can enter in an address and then you can generate a watercolor based on the Google Maps view of that location. So I'm entering in the school I went to as a teenager, and it will go ahead and brush up a masterpiece. But we can also use this to interact with Google Maps in a way that we can extract information. So you might use it to develop interesting routes or to generate itineraries for exploring new places. And as you can see here, we've got a beautiful watercolor of my school that I went to, and it looks extremely true to life. I remember we were never allowed to walk across this grass, and if you did cut across this, you would hear one of the teachers go, "Get off the grass, Samson! Get off the grass!" And what Google AI Studio does is it creates a place where you can create fully functioning apps that you can then release and make money from. Now, one individual who is creating a lot of interesting AI projects is called Peter Levels. And if you follow his projects on X, you can see that he's created a number of AI-based projects that are raking in up to $140,000 per month in revenue. And these are just the type of apps that you could vibe code entirely on your own. Now, some of these he has vibe coded, and one example is this interior design app, which you can easily recreate in Google AI Studio. All you have to do is upload an image of your space, and it will give you a whole series of interpretations of different ways that you could design the interior. And it just shows that right now we're living through a wonderful opportunity for people with entrepreneurial vision to take their idea, launch a project, and be able to create a very valuable and useful piece of software. I truly believe that right now, one of the most interesting ways to approach the AI world is to think about how we can connect diverse multimodal elements and create very specific solutions to narrow problems. Because we've taken a look at everything from interpreting your dreams to giving yourself a makeover, and now it's your opportunity to go ahead and make your own apps. But most of all, I want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching.